Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Getting smarter.
Getting smarter with Emma and Frank.
Yes.
All right. So, today we're going to talk about the history of human levitation.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm excited about this one. So, I will admit I did half of this research about 5 years ago and then the second half this morning. So,
Nice.
I'm hoping that this will like make sense consecutively because I didn't really go back and check what I wrote down 5 years ago, and I just was like adding to it because I had limited time this morning because I read through my other topics and I was like, no, I'm not feeling it. I want to do this one. So
Human levitation.
here's hoping. Yes. Okay.
Wait, do you believe in it?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Thank you for asking this. So the reason that I got into this was like during the pandemic, actually. I saw this really cool YouTube video. I think I may have mentioned it on here before, but I'll just talk about it again. So I saw this really cool YouTube video. Actually, I saw it first on Paranormal Caught on Camera, the TV show. One of my favorite TV shows because they basically take like a bunch of, home videos and put them, in the episode. So I then looked up that specific video on YouTube, was able to find it. And essentially, this man is recording his dog in the snow in the woods. And like they were going on a hike or something. And I believe this was in Russia. Like you could tell he's speaking Russian in the video, talking to his dog. And the dog takes off running. So the guy was taking a video of his cute puppy, and then the dog takes off running. So then the guy's chasing his dog, and the video's still recording. And when the dog and the guy, they come around the corner, they see like this adult-sized person, I think in like an orange jacket, looking up at a child-sized person floating above them in like a red coat in the woods. And then as the man comes around the corner and he captures this on camera, he's like, whoa, And then the kid comes down and the two go running away.
I think I might have seen this.
Okay. So,
Maybe.
yeah, it went viral. Yeah, and it was
This
like
is
on
like
TV.
pre the crazy AI that we have today, right?
I guess so. Yeah, this is, yeah. I don't know what year the video was taken, but I think it was like a while ago. So, anyway, so I see this video and then like a few weeks later, a friend of mine, a coworker of mine at the time, she starts telling me about this story of a friend of hers who can make things move with their mind. And I was like,
Like telekinetic?
yeah. So I'm kind of like, I'm starting to ask her questions. I'm like, have you seen this yourself? I'm asking her all these questions, and she didn't have good answers to any of my questions. And I was like, I feel like you have not asked your friend the important questions. And honestly, these two experiences started kind of getting me thinking, like, am I missing out on something? Like, is levitation a thing? Like, I don't know. I was hearing all these stories, seeing all these videos, and I'm like, what? I want to do that.
That's the first time you ever thought about levitation was 2020?
No. But, like, it was kind of just, like, popping up a lot. And it's just like, and then, during the pandemic, I genuinely was just, like, bored. So I bought this book, which is what I brought today. And a lot of the information I'm going to share with you is from this book. So it's Human Levitation, A True History and How-To Guide, written by Preston Dennett. And so I bought this during the pandemic.
Oh, have you tried?
No, I'll tell you by the end of this episode.
We're
the
gonna be levitating?
methods,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
the methods that you can use. It's a little intense. I'm not gonna lie. So like, I don't think I'm gonna try the method, but
Is it like
we'll get there.
just jump? Is that the method?
I wish.
If it works, it works.
Actually, I will probably say this again later in the episode, but within the Buddhist teachings, apparently, like Buddha just believed that through sheer will and determination, like you can levitate. Like he was like, you just have to be really determined, and you can do it. You can walk on water.
So like the power of the mind.
Yeah, pretty much through true commitment and dedication.
You just mentioned walking on water. I can do that. No, but I did watch Heretic. We'll go into that later, but yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. We should go into it later?
I don't know. We can go to it now if you want. We can.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. What'd you think?
So good.
So good.
Except for the last 20 minutes.
You think? What would you have preferred, you think?
If because we did cover in the last episode, uh, Mithra, Horus, Krishna, all
Yeah,
that.
that's
So
the
I'm
whole
like,
scene.
as I'm watching, I'm like, oh, I know all about this.
I know.
And
When you were saying it, and I was like thinking about that one scene that you're talking
I
about.
loved that monologue.
Yeah.
So good. Hugh Grant is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Covers that monologue, or it does that monologue so well. I loved it. I thought it was so good. And he's covering all of it, and he's like disproving religion and whatnot. And I'm not saying I care for religion to be disproved or not, but so good.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's the door of belief and the door of disbelief. What do you choose? Obviously, they lead to the same place. So like the symbolism of the labyrinth of his house that they're in was so good, right? It's like, all right, it doesn't matter which one you choose, they're going to the same place. And
I didn't even think about that.
yeah, and then they go down there, and it's still good. The movie's still good. They're in the basement, and he brings out the prophet. And I'm like, oh, where I thought they could have taken it was Jesus didn't really die on the cross. He was just under the spell of belladonna and what else it was that he was taking. So it's like, oh, that's where he's going to disprove him wrong. That this person's going to wake up, and then he's going to like display that Jesus didn't really die on the cross, that he was just under the spell of some kind of poison. And then, yeah, that's where I thought he was going with it. I was like, this is cool. He's going to keep going, just trying to like just blow their minds. And then, what happens? What happens next? That they, and then it just kind of turns into a horror story a little bit. Where I wish it didn't go there. I feel like they didn't have to go there. I feel like they could have just kept going with this meat of, the religion base, and then it took a human base that maybe actually Hugh Grant was what he believed was the true prophet. Like he was a prophet.
Yeah, in some way. Sure. He was the controller of that situation. Yeah.
I talked to this one guy who's a movie critic, and he like reviews movies and everything, and he said that it took that spin because they feel like they have to do that in movies now. Yeah, like yeah, it's something like that. You're saying like they had to go down that path like that, and I was like, I don't think they did, because religion could be like too taboo.
Oh, yeah. My dad kind of had like a similar takeaway from you. Kind of wish that I really liked the end just because like from a I really enjoy like the Criminal Mind, and I liked that there was like it kind of deviated from like the foundation of and the amazing story of the movie. But I thought it was a really cool take on like a murderer as well. I thought it was just like a cool
I never even thought of him as a murderer.
Yeah,
even though he did murder.
Yeah, like he was a psycho murderer person, and he didn't believe in God, and he.
I think he does.
You think so?
I kind of do, but I don't think it's. I think it's the God that's not religion. It's something else. But what I'd like is a prequel.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Where did those girls come from in the basement? How did each one get there? How did he you could do an origin story of him like going through school and like being this religious individual, and then learning theology, and then questioning his faith, and constantly breaking down every religion that he's studying, and then where he came to that theory.
That's such a good idea.
That would be such a good one if they did a prequel to Heretic. And
that's such a good idea.
How did he get those girls in the basement in the first place? And why are they women and none of them men? I mean, that could be an easy one to solve, but like he could just say whatever. But
yeah,
I don't know.
No, I like that. That's a really good idea. Yeah, I'm glad you watched it. I was gonna.
Oh, it was
ask.
so good.
So good.
Yeah, dude, you're 2 for 2 on movie recommendations.
We watched Signs, by the way. We watched your
I told him to watch
as
that.
well, and
Yeah.
he fell asleep. He was sleeping the whole day.
kidding?
He was asleep. I watched 5 movies, and he was asleep the whole day. He was very hungover, but I watched it, loved it. I think.
Have you never seen it?
No.
You've never seen Signs either?
But I watched it, and I want us to do an episode on crop circles. I think
there's some new
really
stuff with
fun.
crop circles coming up recently. Ones that they can't explain, which some of them they can't. I could do one on crop circles for sure, because that's I used to look into those pretty deeply about the ones that they knew were created by men,
Mm.
and then the ones that they can't really explain. And then there's the ones in like on the side of the mountain. You ever see those in Peru?
Uh-uh.
Oh, those are like the Maniva. I don't know. It starts with an
Mm.
N, but you can see them as you fly over with a plane. Like, where
Uh-huh.
did these things come from? And those aren't technically crop circles, I don't think, but they're associated with the same thing.
Oh.
Um,
Well, yeah, we should do that.
but you like signs?
Yeah.
I like.
So good.
Why did you like it?
I just thought it was fun. It was just like a fun take on an alien movie. Like I thought it was really interesting. I don't know, I loved the characters. I loved like the way that the aliens were introduced.
Yes.
Like that was really cool.
I love my favorite part of that movie is that they didn't have to do, which would have been like the opposite of Heretic. You don't have to be so flashy with the aliens. You're gonna show a foot.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna hear a noise.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a hand, and then you don't see the alien to the end of the movie.
Yeah, that's
I
a
love
good way
that.
to do that. Yeah. Yeah.
Like the hand coming through the coal and grabbing his face.
Yeah, that
is
was so
like
freaky.
So freaky. And then
Yeah.
his hand reaching under, and then he's got like one in the back seat, right, of his car, and he's just.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. I don't think.
That's the director, M. Night Shyamalan, where he shows up
Yeah.
and he's like, "I'm getting out of town." Do you remember that scene?
Yeah, and he's like,
Mel Gibson's like, "Why?" And he
Yeah.
goes to tell Mel Gibson's the pastor, so he's telling him why he's leaving town. Or he's like, "There's something going on," and he has the alien in the back seat. You just don't. He just says he's caught one.
He said that he had it in his cabinet.
Oh, he said he left one in his cabinet. He's got one in his. Did he say he had one in his back seat and left
He's
one
like,
in the cabinet?
don't check my whatever.
His pantry or something. Yeah.
I caught one.
Okay, so maybe he didn't have one in his car.
I don't
But
know.
then
Maybe he
Mel
did, I
Gibson
don't
goes
know.
over and sees one.
Yeah.
I love the like, real quick. We just see it for a second.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix is so good in that movie.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't realize that was that guy's name, but they were so cute with the
He's a guy.
aluminum foil hats.
Oh, and then they all sit down and they're all like looking at the TV together.
Yeah.
And then like the dinner scene is so sad.
It is. It's so scary
just
and
eat
sad.
your French toast and stuff.
I know. It made me, because he was such a cool, calm, and collected dad until that moment. And you're like, eh.
I know that movie's so good. I love
Yeah,
that.
it was really good.
But-
Good recommendation from you as well.
Nice. Well, signs is. Have you ever seen Sixth Sense?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, human levitation.
Okay. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna run through. I'm looking at my laptop here, my notes here, but running through some of the history. Well, it's all history. Okay. So the idea of levitation has been around for centuries, and it's been something that's fascinated mankind and cultures all throughout history, all over the world. Now, the word levitation is derived from the Latin word levis, which means light. In addition, it's related to levo, which means I lift up or I elevate. And in English, the word levitate is derived from levity, which follows the pattern of the word gravitate being derived from gravity.
Okay.
Now, in this book, Human Levitation, A True History and How-To Guide, there are 7 different types of levitation. Did you know that?
No.
Me neither. Okay, so the first one, number 1, is ecstatic levitation. Now, this type of levitation involves the witness experiencing a state of divine union with God. This type usually, but not always, occurs after years of prayer and devotion and may be provoked by exposure to religious paraphernalia, nature, music, or during prayer, at which point the witness falls into an ecstatic trance.
That's the first one?
Yep.
What's it called?
Ecstatic levitation.
Okay.
Then
so you just start levitating because you're deep in it?
Yeah. Deep in prayer. Yeah, but it's after years of, I think, practice of this.
So would Jesus be this ecstatic levitation?
Huh?
Would this be like Jesus would be under this one?
Has he levitated? Oh, or he walked on water, or who? Who walked on water?
Jesus did.
Then yeah. Well,
So did
there's
Simon.
So yeah, I guess so. Now, number 2, meditative levitation. This is differentiated from ecstatic levitation in that it is an apparently fostered talent, one that is intentionally cultivated, controlled, and developed through specific techniques involving breath control, meditation, fasting, chastity, mantras, or other methods.
I believe in that one.
Mm,
Like that
me
one,
too.
I think there's such a power in doing all those things,
Mm-hmm.
like having the abstaining from all those things creates
Mm-hmm.
like a power in you. So I don't know if you can levitate through it, but okay.
Yeah. Number 3, crisis levitation. This type of levitation is reported by all kinds of people, regardless of culture, age, race, sex, religion, or level of spiritual development. It occurs during a time of emergency or trauma, or in some cases, illness, saving the witness from injury or death.
Whoa. Oh. Oh, I was thinking like I just go to wartime right away. Like something really crazy
Oh.
happens and they levitate.
I mean, maybe.
Okay.
I thought about like
That's like a
car
traumatic
accidents. Like if you hear about like someone.
lifting a car.
No, well, no. Like someone being like we've talked about the third man syndrome before, where like someone was like, I felt my body being pulled from the wreckage.
Oh.
And they were convinced it was a person. But then first responders would come in and be like, no, like nobody's been with you. But like that person was in this like basically like they should have died in the accident,
Oh
but
wow.
like they
Okay.
were pulled out and they don't know how. And
They usually say it was God.
they usually think it's like a no, not God, but like just honestly, in a lot of cases that I've heard, they think it's a stranger. Like they don't know the person, and they like thought it was a first responder, or some cases I think sometimes it's like a family member that has passed, maybe, but most of the time I think it's a stranger that they don't recognize.
Okay.
Now, number 4 is mediumistic levitation. This occurs to all people, but most often to so called psychic mediums. This is differentiated from meditative levitation in that it appears to be generated by an outside force, usually postulated as spirits or ghosts, or sometimes God or the devil, as opposed to being internally generated. So, like meditative, it's coming from you. Now, mediumistic is like the ghosts are lifting you up.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's not levitation then. I feel like that's
Why?
help because they're kind of helping you.
Because they're carrying you.
Like, hey, Susan,
From
Eric, lift
Eric.
me up. I can't reach. Like,
Eric.
I need help. You know?
Susan, Eric, get in here. Okay, but I guess, but from our perspective, we can't see Susan and Eric,
Yeah.
so they're floating.
Okay.
That's funny. So, number 5 is spontaneous levitation. This category involves those levitations that seem to have no obvious trigger, occurring most often to young children, and it can happen at any time.
Got nothing on that one. Okay.
Number 6 is sleeping levitation.
Okay.
This is a rare form of levitation that only occurs when the recipient is asleep and is most commonly reported by the observer or the witness.
Yeah, you didn't even know you did it.
That'd be really funny. Like, did I sleep talk last night? No, but you were.
No, you sleep flew. Like,
I genuinely feel like if Joe saw that, he wouldn't blink an eye. He'd be like, ugh,
oh,
again.
goddamn.
He would not be surprised.
Just lowers you down.
Like,
Go back to sleep. Okay.
okay, and our last one is traveling levitation. This is number
Oh.
7. And this is this is kind of funny. So in my mind, I'm combining the two, the sleeping and this one, but I don't think they mean to do that. So this is also known as running levitation or supernatural agility. I'm thinking like
Yeah.
floating
Like
and
the
running, but
Flash.
that's not yeah, like the Flash, yeah. It involves rising not so much upwards but forwards. So it is controlled and allows the person to travel long distances. While in this state, the runner barely touches the ground and travels with long leaping bounds, allowing travel at extremely high speeds. Sometimes the levitator may not touch the ground at all and may fly for distances of up to a mile or more.
That's all you get is a mile at a time? Maybe? A mile or more. It's a mile or more.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a mile minimum.
A mile? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, flying for a mile
That
is
just
kind of
sounds like
far.
flying. No, that's very far.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't do that.
yeah,
So,
yeah. So yeah, basically flying. Well, yeah, levitating is flying.
okay, true. Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna get into. All right, out of these ones, which one do you believe the most?
Um, the meditative one, because
Mm-hmm.
I do think the power of the mind, we can do things beyond what we believe we're capable of, or maybe we believe we're capable of it, so we can do it. So I think the meditative one, and I think that's the one I've probably seen the most of like people being in like cross-like position, thinking, and then they slowly rise
You've seen this?
on like like
Oh,
YouTube
on
or like
YouTube.
like
Oh, oh,
videos and
oh,
stuff,
oh,
yeah.
oh, oh, oh. Sure,
Or
sure, sure, sure. It's like what?
oh, and then there was this story. Maybe this is in Levitation. Of this was told to me by like a first person encounter of someone there. They were in the room with another individual. Yes, this is in Levitation. They were in the room with an individual that was really downstairs. But that's not.
That's like an out of body
Yeah,
experience.
that's more like out of body.
We'll
And
talk about that a little bit. That is considered levitating to a degree.
oh, they
Like
had
it's
this
in
is like a
here.
first person experience that they had. I got to remember that story
They
or
were
find that person.
awake?
Oh yeah, they were having a full on conversation with the person. They were saying that, and the other person was really just downstairs. But the person downstairs knew that they were doing what they were doing upstairs with the
Were
other
they
one.
asleep?
Like they knew that they could do this. No.
They knew that they could do this. They could just replicate themselves and
Yeah, I don't know.
that's
I'd have
unfair.
to figure out that story correctly. But
That's awesome.
and
I
then
like that.
maybe the one that Jesus walks on water. What is that one called? The second one? Is that the second or third one?
Uh
That one's through prayer. That
that
sounds like
one.
meditation to me then.
Oh, there's the ecstatic one.
Yeah, that one maybe. Just because we have. So I'm believing the ones I believe the most are the ones that I've maybe heard the stories of or seen the videos of.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Which one do you believe the most of?
I mean, we'll get. Oh, I don't know. I believe in all of them. Like, especially when we get like, I'll get into examples of these throughout history. But I think, like, and I have had similar to you, like stories of people. I mean, I think I told a story, but like one of my students experiencing, like, what we'll talk about here, and I can get there. But like, I believe in. I think the ones that I actually like don't honestly like the traveling levitation is hard for me a little bit because I like this to me it just like you said it kind of just sounds like the Flash, and for me it's hard to wrap my head around that. But
Well, that's why I love superheroes and stuff because I feel like they base it off of stuff that we could maybe do.
yeah, true, yeah, definitely. But I don't know that one I like don't even have an example of, so I don't know. Okay, but I'll get into some of the earliest accounts of human levitation. So let's just see. So some of the earliest accounts recorded are the experiences of priests or saints levitating. Now, I'm just going to throw this out there. Sometimes I grapple with this a little bit because, it makes me think like these people are trying to seem closer to God because, they're trying to convince everyone that they are, you know, powerful people.
Yeah, manipulation.
Yeah. So who knows if it's true or not? I don't know. That's kind of where I go with that. But nevertheless, we have someone. So the earliest account of human levitation is of this person. Now, hang on. Let me read this really good. Patanjali. Patanjali. Patanjali is an Indian sage and author of Yoga Sutras and the foundation of yogic practice.
Oh, he's the founder of it?
Apparently. Yogic. Did I say that right? Or yogic?
No, I think yogic.
Okay. Supposedly, this person lived approximately 2,500 years ago. And he wrote that levitation is one of the 8 great psychic powers, and it comes naturally to the yogi on the pathway towards enlightenment.
Yeah, but it's the 8th one. Is it the 8th one?
I don't know.
Oh.
It's one of the 8 great psychic powers. I don't know what the great 8 are.
I did know at one point.
Oh, really?
I don't know what they are. Yeah.
Oh. I should have looked that up. Oh, well. But let's see. Let me go down a little bit. So yeah, again, some of the earliest recorded counts of human levitation are of priests, saints, monks, shamans, etc.
So they'd all fall into like the prayer one?
Yeah.
Maybe? Or the meditative one?
Yeah. And it says, the one very strong common theme in all of these accounts is faith in the divine. Now I'll get into some specific examples that I thought were interesting from this book. I was kind of just like flipping through, finding different, and then I would, Google them or whatever. So there is a family known as the levitating royal family of Hungary.
Whoa.
Yeah, I thought this was cool. And supposedly several members of the Hungarian royal family inherited the ability to levitate.
Oh, you inherit it? It's passed down?
I don't know. Apparently they did.
Okay.
I don't know. There were at least 7 of them that could. I'll tell you about 3. The first person was Saint Stephen the First, and he lived from year 978 to 1038.
978 to 1038. Okay. It's like 50 years old, 60 years old.
60, yeah, like 60, yeah. And supposedly one night before a really big battle, in 1030, he was seen, so not at 1030, it was the year 1030, yeah. He was seen praying in his tent floating above the ground. And on other occasions, the tent was seen floating or levitating with him as he prayed. Now, he was known to be a very religious king. And right when he became king, one of the first things he did was he expanded the church. That was like something, and this is extremely, like, there's a whole long chapter on, not whole long chapter, but like a whole long paragraph on him. But those to me were the most just like significant little bullet points to write about him. But he was the first person in this lineage to supposedly levitate. And he was a battle leader. And apparently someone came in and saw him floating during prayer.
Come on, who saw him?
Well, I don't know in this sense, but in the next one.
I know, but like this is like a great, if you're trying to pump up an army.
I know.
You're
I
like,
know.
Yo, he's levitating. Right, let's follow him. You know?
You're trying to pump up an army.
He's all power. He's omnipotent, right? They're gonna think that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to follow that guy.
Mm-hmm.
He can fly. Like, we're gonna be okay.
Yeah, definitely. I know. I feel the same way. However, the second person in their lineage was born 1041.
Okay, so 11 years later.
Yeah. And this person's name was Ladislas. Cool name I've never heard of before.
Yep.
Ladislas the First. And also became king at some point, king of Hungary. He died 1096. But he was praying in a church, and the story goes that he went in to pray in a church, and he was taking a little bit longer than usual. The servant came in. His servant came in to see what's going on. Like, hey, guy, king, we gotta go.
Yeah.
And he sees him levitating.
One last prayer. Yeah, go.
Yeah. Hang on. But yeah, he saw him levitating.
All right, so one witness.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And it's his servant. It's not a very
Yeah.
reliable,
Yeah.
but a witness.
Okay.
And then as soon as he died, he was declared and honored as a saint. So the next person, the third person in this lineage, was born about 100 years later. And this is Saint Elizabeth, Princess of Hungary. She was born 1207, died 1231. She only died, she was like 25 when she died, something like that. But she was actually noted for her holiness and charitable nature. She actually ended up giving most of her wealth to the poor, and she kind of got kicked out. Like the royal family was like, "Oh my God, stop!" Like apparently she was accused of mismanaging the royal family's wealth and things like that. So they're like, "Get away!" So she ended up joining. I think it was like Saint Francis's or something, and she took a vow of took a vow towards this is poverty. Like poverty,
That's
like
the word you were thinking of?
yeah, like I didn't know how to say it like correctly,
To help
but
the poor?
no, like she was like, I'm gonna be poor for the rest of my life. Like I'm gonna
Oh,
live.
a lot of them do that. That's like a monk thing to do.
Yeah, so she did that, and anyway, so she was just extremely faithful and charitable, and apparently during her prayers she had visions of the Virgin Mary, and she was actually seen levitating on several occasions during prayer.
Oh, we got more witnesses.
Apparently
didn't
she
think
had
she
a
was a
lot of
witch?
witnesses.
I would think they'd go right to witch.
Well, she was also originally a princess, so they probably were just like mentally put her on a pedestal. Like if she was like a poor old woman, like initially maybe she would be seen as a witch, but I think because she was seen, she was part of the royal bloodline, they probably thought she was just closer to God.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Yeah, okay.
Instead of a witch. Now, like I said, there were 4 other members of the royal family that reported to have these levitation abilities, but those were the first 3, and then it continued down the line with at least 4 more. Now,
where are they now? Where's his family now?
I don't know. So then we move to Iceland's greatest levitator, which is kind of fun. This person.
There's got to be more than one if there's a greatest.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So there was a guy named Indridasan. Talk about like, when people like name like what's the guy's name on the Yankees? Freddie Freeman.
He's on the Dodgers.
On the Dodgers. Oh, sorry, that was sacrilegious of me.
Yeah.
But anyway, when they do like the same first letter for like the names, this is like the same name twice to me.
I feel like his name is a curse. Like a spell. Like if you say it 10 times fast, you'll be levitating. That's what it sounds like.
There's no way I could say this 10 times fast.
That's why you're not levitating.
Indridasan. So he was born 1883, died 1912, same year as the Titanic.
Okay. More current. Okay.
Yeah. And in 1905, he was 12 years old. And he was actually terrorized by a poltergeist. And he apparently this like poltergeist would really we talked about this in like on the Halfway Runaways when we talked about what a poltergeist is, and I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions because of Hollywood, but poltergeist activity can basically entails like objects moving, floating, levitating, objects being thrown, hearing like hearing footsteps, hearing knocks, seeing an apparition, those are all, or being touched or being scratched, those are all seen as poltergeist things. Um, Most people believe it's like negative. Poltergeist is a negative entity. I don't think it's necessarily, it's just that like those are poltergeist activities. So, anyway, this poltergeist spirit terrorized him. Apparently, it was horrible and haunted him, moved objects, threw things at him, all things. He was 12 years old. And finally, the haunting escalated so much that it led to Indridi levitating himself. And Indridi is known as the first documented medium in Iceland.
Okay.
Yeah, so during his levitating experiences, he even reported that sometimes he would bump his head on the ceiling.
Dang.
And on at least 2 occasions, the neighbors made noise complaints because when he would come down from levitating, he would crash down onto the floor and it would make a really loud crashing sound.
Oh, so he wasn't really in control of it that much. Like he needed to practice it more.
Mm-hmm.
He would bump his head and fall to the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it would be like boom, boom,
That's like
but
a superhero, like trying to like control their powers. Like you ever see X-Men First Class? Have you ever seen that one?
not like recently.
That's one of my favorite ones. But that's
Really?
them
Oh.
trying to. That's like the start of their special school where they're trying to all control their powers.
Mm-hmm.
He would have to just control his. He should have went there.
Yeah. Well, it also kind of sounds like the mediumistic one where like the spirits are lifting him.
Oh.
It's not him doing it internally. They're lifting him.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're messing
So
with him.
this is an example of that.
Bring him up.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
Shoot. Boom. Yeah, they're just throwing him all over.
Oh, maybe like a poltergeist.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was. Exorcism would have been. Good.
Would have been good.
Yeah.
But he made it his life's career off of this. So, as he got older, and became more known as a medium throughout the country, he would conduct seances and experiments where onlookers reported seeing him levitate during seances. Some of these would have 50 people in the room at once. So, he had a lot of witnesses.
Seance has a bad term. Has a bad rap.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You think so?
Well, I think it depends on who you're asking.
Like you're summoning something?
A seance? Yeah. Yes. Yeah, but seances were really like celebrated during different times of spiritualism. I mean, you're looking at this went all throughout the early 1900s. I mean, yeah, this is the early 1900s, but like especially after like wars, like spiritualism and seances were really celebrated because a lot of, like wives were attending seances to try and contact their husbands, after war.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like so it wasn't seen necessarily as a scary thing.
If God could make you levitate, the devil probably could too.
Mm-hmm. I talk about that later. Yeah, some people they believe it's the work of the devil or like temptation or something like that. Which I think you could make an argument for seances too. Like it's like if people, I think argue that if you're, Joe and I came across a really interesting, like the pair of men in Boston who were telling us about this book. Actually, I should bring in the book the next time. Apparently they sent us a copy. I don't know if we've gotten it yet, but they basically talk about, like we were talking about all these things, and then they were really interested in me because I was telling them about my ghost hunting experiences and like alien things, and they were really open to me talking about this. But they were like, "Well, what do you think the source is?"
Mm.
And they were just saying, they're like, "I just feel that it's not God's source. That I just feel that it's the devil, like and like tempting you." I don't know. I don't feel that way. Like I think, and like I'm friends with like people like Amanda, who I know does not feel that way. If you were to talk to Amanda, like you've talked to Amanda, like very different perspective, but I don't know.
Okay, so he's getting witnesses at seances.
Yeah, so he has a lot of witnesses. He did things like table tipping as well. So they would use and table tipping became big in the 1800s as another, it's like another form of communication similar to a Ouija board where the table, so like everyone lightly places their fingers on a table. It could be like just like a folding table. My team actually did it at an investigation this year, and a lot of people went in very skeptical because back in the 1800s when people were trying to convince you that this was, you know, real, they would put they would wear really long sleeves and they would put wooden like slabs under their sleeves and they would be holding it, but they could lift the table with the wooden like things under their wrists. So my team went in really skeptical, but they left believers. Like they said that it was really cool. The table like would literally like move and like jolt into people, and they said it was really good. Anyway, so everyone lightly places their fingertips on a table, and then let's say like, you know, you start the conversation where like, yes, if it's a yes, move the table. If it's a no, don't move the table. That's essentially what they did. And so he did stuff like that, and yeah, he would do seances, and apparently he would levitate during those seances. And um, uh, some reports said that he would be in a seated position and would levitate to the height of someone's chest and just like hover there. That's how high off the ground he would be. Now, a more modern case of levitating, we have Yogi Masaharu Narus. I think I did that okay.
I think I know who that is.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I actually just watched a YouTube video with him. He's still alive. Well, hold on. So we'll get not in the YouTube video, but so Yogi, I want to say Masaharu Narus of Japan. So he started training in yoga at 12 years old, and he traveled all over India and Japan, studying yoga throughout his whole life. And in 1983, there was a series of 8 photographs taken of him consecutively, and in all 8 photos, he is consistently 30 centimeters off of the ground, hovering off the ground.
So like 6 inches?
30 centimeters. I don't know.
All right.
Is that 6 inches?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Centimeter is smaller than an inch. Anyway.
For sure.
So the argument is basically that, okay, so like some people were like, no, he jumped, right? Or like he was falling, or like, but one, he's crisscross applesauce. Like he's sitting in like lotus pose or like crisscross applesauce.
12 inches.
Okay. So a full foot.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
Yeah. And the argument really is that, like what he says, and I actually watched the YouTube video I watched is him talking about, he was kind of laughing. He's like, anyway, we can get into it, but he's like, yeah, I mean, he's like, the reality is that you could really, if I jumped, he's like, if I jumped, you could really only get 2 photos of me at the same height. Like, you can't get 8 because, like, at some point I'm coming down, you know, like if I'm not levitating, I'm coming down at some point. So he is, you know, consistently 1 foot off the ground for all 8 photos, just hanging out there. Now, this was in 1983, and 7 years later, I mean, he continued practicing. And in 1990, the most famous image of him was captured. And I'll show you the picture. I have it in this book, but you can Google it, but I have it here as well.
No, this one, I'd want video of. And why can't they do it as... Oh, wow. That's more than 12 inches.
Yeah, he's high up there. And you can also see him in the mirror reflection, too, behind him. For those who are listening and watching, you know, you can Google this guy, and the image will pop up on Google really easily.
Does look like he could be jumping.
You think? But he's crisscross. So Lotus is like...
For sure.
Lotus is...
You jump into that position.
No. So
I can do it right now.
I would like you to.
But I don't think I'll land well.
So if you notice, so see his feet here?
I'm trying to look at his clothing.
Feet are above his knees.
He's flexible.
To get into that pose.
Like you think, okay.
It's
think
like
you could
this.
jump and
No, it's
Yeah,
like
that's
this.
that's a tough one. If you well, you can do that. Oh, good for you. Now levitate.
I, so he would have to like to jump that high off the ground. Oh my god, I'm stuck.
He's an athlete. I don't know.
Wait, I'm kind of curious. How old was he in 1990? Because, actually, I don't know. I don't know what year he was born. I don't know. I'm sure that's easy to find. But
You're saying that he would be too old to jump that high?
no, I mean, I don't know. But my thought is that to get into that position, you have to like jump, lift your legs, do like a weird circle situation.
Time out though. He can practice though. It's not like he was doing it just once. He can definitely practice and all day, every day until he gets this down. Why, if he's like, you can just prove. I can prove you by let someone take 8 photos instead of 1 photo or 2 photos. Why doesn't he do it in front of people?
Well, he does. Like I mean, well, I don't know if I know he's a teacher. I think he like has done it in front of people, but
This is like
I
an
don't
alien
know.
story to me, though. It's like if they're so
Yeah.
real, why don't they
Why don't they just do it?
Yeah.
I think it was more for him. Like now, this is me not being a devil's advocate. This is me like supporting this guy and like whatever. I don't think that he was like looking to be a spectacle. I think someone just captured. If you think about like this person who just like has been practicing yoga since he was 12, it's just like his like lifestyle. Like it's just his life.
Yeah, he's got nothing to prove, I guess.
Yeah, and he might just like be like kind of like a monk type of person where he just wants to live like a peaceful, quiet life. He doesn't want to be like famous or studied, So he's like, nah. Now to go against that, he didn't allow anyone to photograph, him after this. Like he was like, I'm not doing this anymore. No, but also if I go back to it, nobody believed him anyway. I feel like it's just like he's like, and he was kind of laughing about this in the YouTube video. He's like, people don't want to believe that this is possible. And I do believe that. I believe,
okay.
yeah, I believe that people don't want to believe in certain things. And so they'll try and disprove things, whether it's right there in front of you as proof or not. I do believe that. However, I can go with what you're saying of like I don't think that you're an example of someone that you're like, I believe you. You're like, I'm fine with believing or I'm fine with not believing. You're like, I just would like to see it happening. Like, I just want to see it happening. So, and I don't think that's wrong.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But I think he maybe just as a person was like, no, I'm not doing this.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm speaking for him entirely. I don't know.
He's dead?
No, he's alive.
Oh, cool.
I think he's alive, or at least, wait, when was this video taken?
He might be
This
alive.
was 2 years ago that this live stream.
What? This was 2 years ago?
Well, here he is in this live stream. He's that old man.
Oh, I believe him. Yeah, I believe him. He looks like he wouldn't lie. He's got a Fu Manchu on there.
This is him. Well, yeah, and I think that's why I kind of believe him. Like because he's not looking for the fame and fortune of it. He's like, I don't care if you believe me or not. I levitated. Everyone go figure it out yourself.
He doesn't have to get the fame and fortune from it. He could just get maybe the fame from it.
If he was like still pushing it, like no, actually now that I'm thinking about that, if he was like really like trying, and he was making money off of it and he was doing shows on it, I think I'd be like,
Well, they do. Are you gonna get into that?
No,
Are
it.
you gonna get into David Blaine?
No, we can. No, I haven't talked about it, but we can.
And Chris Angel.
See, to me, like Chris Angel, he's a magician. He's not.
Yeah, he doesn't say that he's praying his way into magic.
Yeah.
Wait, is that what you got?
I have more on the topic, but
Oh.
Well, because I promised that I would teach you how to levitate.
Okay. You didn't teach me?
Oh, really quick. I want to talk about, so children actually go through what's called the floating stage in childhood. I don't think that they teach you in parenting classes.
They keep him on a leash.
But
Nah, dude, sorry, he's 3.
but apparently, children go through this what's known as the floating stage between ages 6 and 13, where they report spontaneously levitating.
6 and 13, they start levitating.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this could also be like one of those things where we all we are all psychic mediums or something like that, and we just don't know how to do it.
Yeah. Well, so it's kind of hard to report cases like this because most parents don't believe them. They don't believe them and they don't report it. And they'll just tell their kids like that they were just dreaming or something, which I do think is kind of sad. This will lead me into the story that I think I've shared here, but I'm going to share it again. But this includes a lot of accounts of children floating up or down staircases or floating across large rooms. And like children will be like, no, like I did not fall down the stairs. And also like, yeah, I floated up them or something. They're like, I was placed back down. Like I wasn't falling. I was floating, and most parents will be like, no. So then it goes nowhere after that. I had a student who reported this to me. And she came to me. This was actually a few months after I purchased this book. Where's my book? Oh, purchased this book. Funny enough. And I was, and I wasn't telling anyone that I was reading about this. Like this was just my hobby. This was just behind the scenes what I was reading about and researching on my own. Especially wasn't telling my first grade dance students about it. But, so we're in ballet 1. And I started lightly making fun of my students just to make them laugh. But they were jumping in a specific way where they're like shooting out their bellies. And I said, stop jumping like bananas. And I start jumping like this, and I was making them laugh. And my one student was kind of looking kind of serious. She wasn't laughing like the others. And then when I stopped, she's like, Miss Emma, one time I was in my bedroom and like I jumped like that. Like my feet came off the floor. She's like, and I floated across my bedroom. And she's like, and then I landed on the other side. And I was like, and now if she had told anyone else this.
Yeah. She told the right person.
She told the right person. I was honestly, when I bought this book, I was like, I hope one of my students say something like this. And they did. So anyway, she says this to me. And I was like, oh, did it ever?
Say you prayed for it?
Yeah.
For someone to tell you about this?
I was hoping.
Okay.
Yeah, I was definitely like hoping.
Okay.
But why?
Oh, it could just be the prayer one.
Oh, I made her levitate?
Yeah, I don't know.
From afar. Well, I don't think I did. But I asked, I said, did this ever happen to you before? Or after? And she said, no, not that I can think of. And then my other student looked at me and she said, Miss Emma, is that possible? Like, can people fly or float? And I was like, well, I can honestly say that I've never experienced it, but I'm not going to say that it's not real. And for the next 10 minutes, we started like
trying to levitate.
Are
you serious?
I was like, let's try it. No, yeah. I was like, well, it's still movement.
Oh, you know how to do it. You go first.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, show us what you did. and yeah, we start like launching ourselves, like literally just throwing ourselves up in the air and down to the ground, like. And they're all like, I mean, they're in first grade, so they're like, what, like they're like 7 and 8 years old. Like
they'll never forget that.
Yeah. Oh, it was the best. Like, but I did say, I was like, do not try this down any staircase or out any window or like off your bed. Like, don't do it. Just in dance class with Miss Emma, you can do it. I don't want any phone calls. But yeah, I was honestly really proud. I felt like not to toot my own horn, and maybe other parents would not appreciate this, but I like the teacher that I am.
That's a good teacher.
Right.
You're allowing the kid to like, speak up on something that others might find weird.
Yeah. And also it's like, okay, just because I haven't experienced it, I'm going to tell you like, no, That's not real. Here I am, my coworker is telling me that like she has a friend that can make things move with her mind. I didn't know telekinesis was real. Apparently it is. I don't know. That person has experienced that. Who am I to say that my reality is truth? And I think that that's a really important thing for people to
Yes,
admit.
I agree.
So, how to levitate as an
You're
adult.
going to teach us.
Okay, so there's something called pranayama, which is an. Do you know about this?
I know what pranayama is. Is
Okay.
that energy or is that light?
Well, it means light, I think.
Or,
Or what means light? We said something
prana
earlier.
is like
Life. I think prana is life. I thought
maybe.
like, or maybe it's breath.
Yeah,
well,
maybe
hang
it's breath. Like your prana.
on. Yeah. Is like you're right. I think like your energy or your breath or, well, anyway, pranayama is the ancient Eastern breath technique. So so you're supposed to sit in full lotus position and take a deep inhale. Now, this is how you start your own pranayama. So everyone's is different essentially because you might be in a yoga class and like they do this in my yoga teacher's class where she'll give you a certain amount of seconds to hold your breath, right? She'll say do it for 6 seconds or whatever it is and then exhale. This is how you find your own ability, like your own count essentially. So you're going to inhale for as long as you can until it's uncomfortable. And you're going to count the seconds that it takes you to do that. Then you're going to fully exhale. And then you're instructed to take that time. So if I inhaled for, let's use 6 seconds as an example. Or no, 12 seconds, something like that. And you feel it's uncomfortable, right? It's like painful because you're trying so hard. You're then supposed to take that number and you're supposed to cut it down by 1/4. So, or to 1/4 of that number. So, what's 1/4 of, is that 3?
9 seconds. You're cutting it down by a fourth, so it's a 9. By 3
It says, wait.
Cut it down by 3/4.
Then you are instructed to inhale for 1/4 of the time you just
so
counted.
3 seconds.
Okay. So now it's comfortable for you. Then your exhale is supposed to be 1/2 of the time of your inhale.
1.5 seconds.
Yeah, I guess. Well.
Oh.
I feel like that was
You did it better. Yeah.
that was peaceful. So, example is that you would inhale for 4 seconds and then exhale for 2 seconds. Yeah. Now, supposedly, here's where the threshold for levitation lies. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
This is why I think it sounds horrible.
I'm trying it, but go ahead.
Oh my God.
Am I floating?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Did you see
Okay.
the count that you're supposed to get to where like you might start levitating? 64-second inhale and 32-second
No one's
exhale.
levitating, dude.
And you're supposed to do this 100 times.
Oh, you're just full of air. That's what it is. You're not levitating. You're full of air.
Well, your exhale is
60
32
Yeah, but
seconds.
your inhale is 64. That's impossible.
Should we try it? Should we see how long we can go?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Full exhale.
Wait, we inhale through our nose or our mouth?
Nose.
Okay. Ready, go. 8, 9, I don't know. Are you still inhaling? Yeah, 64 seconds. You're full of air. No wonder. Can you use like helium?
I feel like I got 16. I feel like I got like 15, 13.
Oh, you
or-
might. So you could do it. You could get to 64.
There's no way. Apparently it takes like years of, no, like.
Maybe. Now maybe. Your lungs can only hold so much. I feel lightheaded.
Yeah, so maybe okay, well so apparently that's the first thing you'll start to feel. You'll feel a feeling of lightness. So here's how you know, so here's what starts happening. This is kind of funny. So you feel a feeling of lightness, then you will start sweating, start perspirating.
Okay, so you're getting lighter
Mhm.
because your sweat's coming out.
Mhm. Yeah, or you're getting like sick.
I might believe this.
And then and then your body starts shaking so much that the body starts to hop around on the floor, and then it'll rise into the air. So it's like bounce, 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 boom. And then you it sounds violent to me. I don't know.
Oh
You're
my
like, ah.
God. What's this book? I'm looking at this up. What is this?
Do you want it? You want to borrow it?
No,
I'll
I'm not
leave
gonna
it here
read
for
it.
you. Oh.
I'm gonna watch it. What is it named?
Oh, you're gonna watch
How to Meditate? Is that what it's called? Oh, Human Levitation. Human Levitation by who?
Preston Dennett.
Preston Dennett. Okay. I will be watching this later.
What do you mean watching?
Oh, I typed into YouTube. Top 20 cases of human levitation, part 1.
Wow.
ETs teach people to levitate. Oh, here's Preston Dennett.
That's him?
I guess so.
And
Dude,
he's
he
going to
looks
teach
freaky,
you how
though.
to.
There's another one. Human levitation is real and anyone can do it. He's on a podcast 5 months ago. Through a Glass Darkly is the name of the podcast that he's on.
Wow. Do you think we could get him on? What if we had him on as a guest?
And he levitated?
Yeah.
Totally.
We could have him sit right here and then he'll float up to the table.
Oh, we don't even need a chair for him.
Yeah, just be like, you got it.
you just float right there. Yeah, dude, we should definitely try to bring him on.
We
I
should.
wonder
We
where
should
he
add
lives,
him.
dude.
Yeah.
Where does Preston Dennett live?
Here,
He's
should I?
nowhere, just above the
He
ground.
just above.
Where does Preston Dennett live? Let's see. He lives in Dallas, Texas.
Perfect. That's not that far.
No, that's a
we could get
plane
him
right away.
We could get him.
That's a float away.
A float away. There's the traveling levitation.
Oh, he might be able to do it.
Yeah, he's a really cool.
Free
He's
airfare.
he's a field investigator for the Mutual UFO Network. He's a ghost hunter, a paranormal researcher, an out of body explorer. He's the author of 9 books and more than 100 articles on UFOs and the paranormal. He's a cool guy. Bring him
I
on.
like this guy.
Yeah, bring him on. Bring him on. Now, there's other ways. Buddhist teachings, supposedly in the Buddhist techniques, say that one can float or walk in the air through a process of determination and resolution. We talked about this. So it says that all that is needed is total faith and complete resolve.
I believe it.
Really?
Kind of. Yeah. I mean, that one I kind of believe just because I don't know. I don't know why I believe that one, but I think that just
I mean, that's okay.
yeah. I want to believe that one. That like
Yeah.
through complete belief anything can be possible type thing.
That's nice. I like that. I mean, yeah, I think that's fair. I think where I get weird about that one is that how do you know you're ready? How do you know yeah, how do you know you're ready? Like, how do you test that out? Like, you'll be like, I
faith?
feel fully faithful right now. And
Well,
I'm
I
going to
mean,
go to the lake and
I'm-
I'm going to see if I'm going to.
Yeah, I guess you
walk
start
on
small.
water.
Yeah, you start small.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess it's okay. So if we could bring it to the faith part, Jesus does say to Simon when he steps out to step out of the boat, and you have to have that is what he says, and you have to have complete faith.
Mm.
So when he walks out in the storm on Sea of Galilee, and he goes out there, and Jesus and they see like this crazy storm, and there's all the other apostles are in the boat. I think all of them are, and they see Jesus walking out on this water. And then he tells Simon to get out of the boat, that you have to, because he's the one that Simon is the one that is struggling with faith the most at this time. So he says you have to have faith to step out. And so Simon does step out of the boat, and he does walk on water for a little bit, and then he loses his faith and he falls into the water and he starts struggling. And then Jesus has to get him out.
That's interesting. I mean, it does remind me of Heretic, though, where like kind of went in a negative way, where he's like, have faith, it's down there, it's down there. And then he's like, just kidding. I lied. And you had faith. And that's shame on
belief
you.
and disbelief brings you to the same spot, maybe. That's what I liked about the two different doors.
Yeah.
And you could kind of feel that was probably going to be the outcome, that they were going to lead to the same spot.
Yeah.
But
but it was sad for me to see that like it wasn't.
you wanted to believe.
I did, absolutely.
You wanted to believe that they were going to get out safe.
Yeah. Yeah, and I wanted to believe that the prophet was real. Like I totally would be I would totally be those girls. I'm sorry to say, but like I'd be those. Well, no. I wouldn't get so far, I don't think. Like I think I would the second that he's like, "Come into my home." I don't know. Actually, no. In that moment, he looks very nice. So I'd walk in, but I would definitely get that bad feeling in the living room for sure. And I'd be like, we got to go. Actually, everything that happened to them would happen to me. Now that I'm thinking about everything that happened, because I think that they went through the same thought processes that I would. And I would also be like, what if it's true?
Well,
like
he was also kind of pushing their faith a little bit, enough to be like, they may have wanted the answers too. What I did love about the one girl is that she kept her faith the whole time. She prayed in the end. And she said, I'm grateful for the bad things that are happening to me in the moment. She didn't say those words exactly, but she said something like, the one who kind of survives. But, well, does she survive in the end?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like the butterfly falls or lands on her finger,
and
the butterfly is supposed to signify something that I think she died. I looked it up. Like, is there a belief that she's alive or dead? And the belief is that she died, like because she got out of the house. But he asked her to pray.
Yeah,
he does. He says, pray for me. Pray for us.
Oh, I thought he was mocking her.
Oh, you think so?
I thought he was in that moment. I thought he was being like.
But then he dies on her chest.
Yeah, that was creepy.
Like pray for us.
I'd be like, get the fuck up.
See, that's where I think it comes down to then, like everything that he knew that there maybe is a God. All of his disbelief and trying to prove it wrong, he was really just proving a God. I don't know.
And then to your point of it all leading to the same place, it still led to hope in the end, which is like, well, now I'm dying. I hope there's something.
I hope there's something. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, it's such a good movie.
It is a good movie.
There's 2 more.
How to levitate?
Yeah, well, there's the Ouija board levitation. So this one's kind of funny and fun. I was kind of giggling as I was writing this down because I was typing it out in front of Joe, and I was like, what if I'd be like, let's try it tonight, because I have a Ouija board that I made, and I'm like, so essentially the thought is that you could just, use a Ouija board in the way you're supposed to, but while you're doing it, you can ask the spirits that are present for confirmation. One being they like wrappings, or they say like the term wrappings is like knocks, like knocking, like sounds around, or but you might see that word in paranormal investigation, like wrappings or whatever. But yeah, so knocks, or you could ask them to make you levitate or make someone levitate in the room, and that's supposed to. Apparently, like, they might.
Okay, they might lift you up.
They might lift you up, yeah.
Okay. What about, like, the faith one? Like, angels are lifting you up. What does that be?
The faith one.
Like how, like, little cherubs are, like, helping you float.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that the same, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't know. I don't know. But the last one, and I brought my dad's book, because I brought it before, and I didn't really, like, plug it. But anyway, so this one. But anyway, out-of-body experiences. Did I give this to you before? Did I show you
You brought
this?
it over here before.
Did I hand it to you?
I don't know. Maybe I didn't take it.
No,
I've seen
I don't
this.
think
That's
I
your
did.
dad's painting too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the works in there are my dad's paintings. But anyway, with this
I like
being
the way this
said,
feels.
yeah, it's a good feeling.
Yeah.
But anyway, I brought that because I reference out-of-body experiences, which is also a form of levitation, apparently, and like astral traveling is a form of levitation. And my dad has had crazy out-of-body experiences.
He's done this?
Yeah, insane
He's coming on the
experiences.
podcast then.
Yeah, Oh, you should definitely bring him on.
Astral projection.
Apparently, my brother had a really cool experience. My brother's story. I hope he's okay with me sharing this. I feel like he'd be fine with it. But my brother said that when he was, like, he was like he was probably like 12 or 13 or something when this happened. His baseball team, his travel baseball team, won the big baseball game. So this is during the day
Okay, go ahead.
that this happened. And my brother said that he remembers seeing his body celebrate the win. Like when they won, like he got pulled out of his body. His spirit got pulled out of his body and was standing across the field watching his team like rush. He was watching himself rush in too. And they were like cheering and he's watching it cheering. But he's like said he was like stuck kind of like watching this unfold, and he remembers looking up, and I think this is so innocent and cute, but like as a child, like he just remembers looking up being like, can I go back now? And
That's kind of freaky.
yeah, and he like got put back into his body. But my dad remembers that day too, because my brother went and told my dad that day. He was like, this just happened to me, and my dad was like, whoa, that's crazy. So
I thought you were going with like an Angels in the Outfield story.
no,
Oh, you've never seen the movie?
a long time ago, but
The
remind
Angels
me.
like lift the guy up so he could jump higher to catch the
Oh
ball,
yeah.
and then they like direct the ball so it can move faster.
Oh,
It's like
this is like.
That's Angels in the Outfield.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, that's outer body, I guess, your brother. But we're talking about levitation. Can happen in sports.
It can happen in sports. If you see a guy like extra lifted, we're like,
Yeah.
how do you do that?
How do you do it?
The Angels lifted him up. Wait, but when you brought up Chris Angel, speaking of, I don't know much about Chris Angel. I feel like but I remember growing up hearing about him, and like my friends would be like, let's watch videos on, I don't know, like, so do you remember like stuff like that?
I think he's levitated before. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm going to look it up.
If Chris Angel can levitate.
Has Chris Angel
Ever levitated?
levitated? It's just giving me his show times.
Yeah, you got to go see it if you want to know. All right. Has David Blaine ever levitated? Yes, David Blaine has performed levitation as a magic trick.
Wow.
Oh, there's videos right here. Oh. There's a bunch of videos of David Blaine doing it.
But it's a magic trick. Wait, there is something called, in here, there's something called...
There's the Balducci levitation, which is a street magic. The crane wire levitation, that's used on TV specials, it says.
Oh, there's the Indian rope trick.
Yeah.
You knew about that?
No.
Oh.
Sounds good.
Hold on, let's see if I can really quick. Whoa.
Oh, he's just standing on something. So he's not really levitating. Is that what it looks like?
Well, that's a rope.
Wait. So he doesn't float away?
No, I think it's just it is a trick. So let's see, but it shows either a staged stick. Yeah, it's a trick, but it's like I've seen that done in like New York. Like I've seen like someone doing that.
Okay.
Like in like Times Square or something.
I've seen the one too where they like it looks like they're floating, but they're really just they have like a long coat on and they're really just leaning back on something that's underneath the coat. I've seen that. Well, so wait, that's how to meditate though. That's the 64 deep breaths or 64 seconds in to 32 seconds out, and that's the main. And then you go through your seizure, and then you can float.
You have to do it 100 times.
Whoa. Yeah, that's so much air.
How many minutes is that?
64 seconds times 100.
Well, because you have to do 64
Oh, and then
in
32
and then
out.
32 out. So yeah, it's like
So it's 96 times 100. Oh, dude, people get walking away by that point. How many
what
minutes?
is that? 9600?
How many minutes?
9,600 minutes.
No.
Isn't that what 100 times
90.
96 is?
How many minutes is 90? Well, I'm just going to do 90 seconds.
Or is it? Yeah, I'm
Wait,
pretty sure it's
it's 1.5. So
9,600.
1.5 minutes times 100. 1.5 minute. Dude, we're going to look so stupid. We're getting smarter. I'm having this times 100. 2.5 hours.
Wow.
So you got to do
That's
that for 2.5
that
hours?
long.
Yeah, you're really dizzy by that point. Do you know what the Wim Hof technique is? Oh. I love this is one of my favorite ways to meditate. I'm going to send you something on it. Do you know who Wim Hof is? The Iceman?
No.
He climbed Mount Everest, I think, just in a pair of shorts.
Whoa.
Barefoot, pair of shorts. He's this guy. He's from like Iceland or something like that. I don't remember where he's from. Somewhere cold. But he's big on like cold plunges, cold baths. He did a thing with Gwyneth Paltrow where she like brought him on the show and they all jumped in the water together and all that. But he has this breathing technique. So it's 30 deep breaths in. So you go 30 seconds, and then you hold. It's instructive. Like I can show a YouTube video on it, and you hold for like 45 seconds, and then you do it again. How long do you think you can hold your breath for?
Not long. I'm not a very good.
You do this once. You're not a smoker or a vapor or anything, so you'll be great. You do this once. I bet you will hold your breath for about definitely over 2 minutes, maybe 2 minutes and 30 seconds from the first try of doing it. And then you will feel, go and do this tonight. You will feel this like state of elation.
You only have to do it once?
You'll get it the first time.
Yeah, but like you'll
feel such a calm.
Really?
And then, so I was doing it a good amount. I've done it like periodically throughout finding out about it, I guess, over years ago. But when I was doing it pretty consistently, I was able to hold my breath for probably, I think, 3 minutes longer at one point.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. You just get so oxygenated.
Huh.
And you'll just feel so like this lightheadedness and this calm. You'll like open your eyes again and it'll just be like this bright. Wim Hof technique. You can start, he has a beginner one on YouTube and you can do the advanced one.
Wow.
So nice.
Huh.
So peaceful. Go home and try it.
That sounds nice. I've never really gotten into like breath techniques stuff. But I probably should. I mean, it's good for you. It is good for you. And that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I I have not tried this levitating technique. I probably never will. So I may not levitate. I'm kind of lazy in that way. I think I'd rather just like try and astral project like while I'm asleep. Hope that it happens.
But there is
me.
methods to that too. Like you can be taught to astral project, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sending a couple of them of the Wim Hof techniques. The 4 rounds is nice. I like this one. It's 18 minutes long. And you put in headphones or something like that and it'll guide you through it.
Oh, yeah, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
That sounds really nice. Yeah. Well,
that's it on levitation?
Yeah, that's all I have. Do you have any other thoughts?
No. I don't think so.
Are you going to try it?
No. Well, maybe. I don't know. I think you could start with the Wim Hof technique, just get your body oxygenated, and then maybe there would be you might have, after you do Wim Hof, you might have a belief that 64 seconds is not that long.
Yeah,
or
that's
like
true.
60, I don't know.
You're
going to
notice
that's
a long time.
This tingling in your hands when you do the Wim Hof. And you're going to feel like it is. And I think he even says these things to you while you're doing it. Like, you're going to feel your body tingling. You're going to feel, and your body's just getting so much oxygen because you're just going, and then you're going to feel like lightheaded. And he even says it, like, if you feel lightheaded, push harder. And you're just like, okay, like, I'm going to hold it. And then this belief, all of a sudden you start doing it and you're like, wait, still holding my breath?
Wow.
And you're like, I guess I can keep going.
Wow.
And then he's even going to guide it. Like, if you can hold it longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
That is
Absolutely do the
that's
Wim Hof technique today.
yeah, that's crazy. Okay, I will. I
Cool.
will.
Any movie recommendations?
No, but I was gonna say, are you excited for our ghost hunting on Friday?
Yeah, I guess I'll be doing it. I'll stay up until at least 2 or 3 in the morning, I guess.
I think we'll be gone by then. Yeah, like you'll be there for the whole thing then.
Okay.
We can't last much longer. We get hungry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we'll be there from like 8 o'clock. You know, we get hungry.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, and we're like, okay. Then you're tired.
What do you do? Where do you go to eat after that? Wawa?
Yeah. There's nowhere else.
Yeah. A diner?
So yeah, you go to oh, true, a diner would be nice. Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
I love Wawa late night.
Yeah, honestly, I'm thinking about Wawa right now. I'm definitely gonna they have this new honey hot mac and cheese.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
with chicken strips. It's so good. It's so
Okay.
good. I forced Joe the other night at like 3 in the morning. I was like, we're going. We're going. And we both got the same thing. I have the leftovers in the fridge, but
I love Wawa.
I'm getting a new one.
My go-to is a Italian hoagie.
Yeah.
Extra mayonnaise.
Well, I really like the honey hot Italian hoagie. Have you had that?
No.
I
I've had
just
the
love
turkey
honey
ones.
hot.
I don't. Oh, wait. No, yeah, no, I haven't had
Hot
any of the
honey or
honey hot.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's like I just love it. Anyway.
All right, that's our levitation.